So to start, your first animated feature, Lazar, what led to the creation of that?
The music, really. I wanted to do something. I mean, Richard had, like, I kind of said, how do I break into the business? And Richard said, start animating. So I started animating, and 6.5 years later, Lazar was completed. I learned an awful lot. The first year I actually threw out entirely because I was just still learning how to do it, and it wasn't
Mm,
really the stuff. As a matter of fact, if you watch the film, you can see how it progressed. I actually even replaced scenes that I weren't happy with, and certain things are a little bit more clean and better than others. And so yeah, that's. But I sat down and I listened to the music over and over and over again. I always liked the dance macabre, and that's what kind of came to, the visuals kind of came out of that, the story came out of that, everything came out of that.
wow.
It's a weird one. It's a weird one.
Yeah, right. It was like when I'm watching that, I'm like, it's like a descent into madness.
Yeah,
It's like
a little
from
bit.
the start, I'm thinking this guy's doomed, and then so this is like a side question. When I'm watching it, is
Sure.
that a urinal behind the judge?
I'm sorry. A urinal. Yeah, that's a urinal. He's sitting in a urinal. I have no
Right.
idea why. I just thought it was a funny thing to sit in. So, yeah, that was a urinal. Yeah.
So that was like your first animated feature you made though?
That was the first animated short I ever made. Yeah, it's the first animation I ever made. I just kind of went ahead and just did it. So, and the beauty of it is after that I was hireable, which before I was not. So it took 6 years. It took 5.5 if you negate the year I threw out. But I had help. I had some great people working on it. Um, I animated the whole thing, but I had some inkers help me. I had certainly some cell painters help me. Some cell painters in Boston that I found that were amazing. So I've always been really lucky with that, finding talent. And that's really, I mean, the talent around you makes you better as an animator. You can't do everything yourself. It always bothers me when animators don't credit the people around them, because there's so many people that form an animated piece. And I know I did most of that myself, but pretty much everything after that has been helped or made better by the people around me.
Absolutely, yeah, team. That's yeah, with a lot of cartoons. I mean, if you do anything research about it or watch a documentary, like Ren and Snippy, for example, you'll see the amazing people that actually put in the work behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
There was some great people on that. I mean, there's some really excellent artists on that. Yep, no question. I mean,
Great.
Bob Camp is one of the most versatile guys I've ever seen. He just can do just about anything. He's really, really versatile guy. Good guy too.
Yeah, no, Bob Camp. Yeah, he's made some great projects. So did this short did it get to air on TV?
I mean, it's a long time ago. It did air on television, but not as kind of a late night package of shorts. Back when Lazar came out, the beauty of what was happening in the short film industry and the independent short film, there was a lot of venues. There were venues that there were these compilations of films that would go out and they'd go to theaters. I can't remember, there was some late night television show that used to show eclectic films, and it was on that. I mean, it was never a part of like a network kind of thing. It was just always a part of like I mean, it wasn't on MTV, but it was on
Right.
like a simpler network than that, I think. I don't quite remember.
Yeah, like the
I'm
ones
old.
like in the '90s and stuff where they would show like random animated shorts, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually earlier than that. I mean, Lazar was completed in '87, and I think
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think during that time, like I said, there was a lot more activity in the short film markets. I wish there was more of that now. I mean, there's a lot of short films made, but it's really hard to see them. It was really great. You could go to a festival and see tons of films. That was really great. There's less festivals now than there used to be. There's a lot of little ones, but a lot of them are online. It's not the same experience of seeing something in an audience. Especially for the the creators of the film, or seeing something in an audience is such a great rush. Hearing people's reaction to what your work is, because it's really, really cool.